camera wants to not be insane. Let's just keep going through some notes and having fun. Mind you, these notes are all before Charlie was shot, so it's a little different. Because you're still trying to find that way to figure out how to get these people to understand. It's like they're too far gone. They don't understand. They'll always just see us as enemies, and it's like, look, just stop. But you're not radical in the cool way. You know, they think they're radical. They think they're. It's like, dude, you're far. You think you're radical. You're not. You're not. You're not the peculiar, interesting person you think you are. You're not, pushing an awesome, righteous, really cool agenda that you think is going to be, the way of the world.
Oh, that baby, why he never know? He got the picture little boots, so he got to take your little pity. I'll take help but look at him in the camera.
Um, the next note says, "Ready when Jesus comes back." And this is only like I said, 23 pages in my notes, and this is back when I was back home and stuff. And I'm like, man, I have no idea. I mean, I like it's like I should have drew it out. Maybe I drew it out later, but I was like probably thinking of one maybe possibly talking about like actually being really secure with yourself and knowing you're ready when he comes back, but also maybe like not wanting to do something. The whole do you want to be doing that when Jesus comes back? Like, really think about what you're doing. It's like, is this really cool and appropriate? Should I really be doing this? Is this at any time, any moment? You can get caught with your pants down. But I'm really not quite sure exactly what the purpose of that note was, though, off the top of my head. Next note says, and there's two notes here that are kind of similar. Fucking with my free speech just really makes me want to lean into it more. Lean into my free speech that much more when people try to limit it or censor me. Yeah, I mean, I can't really get too much more straightforward than that. I mean, that's pretty much where I'm at too. It's like, why do I need to feel as if I have to fucking be motherfucking polite all the goddamn time? And like I've said before, right? People, places, and things. Like people, time and respectfulness, and just not trying to be too abrasive. But sometimes words, abrasive words are necessary. Vulgar or like coarse words are definitely in need and necessary to add emphasis to certain things at times, or really get merit to the understanding of what the severity of the situation is and whatnot. And also, they've shown those tests before where it's like it actually helps you like get through pain better when you actually just cuss and like just fucking let yourself go and say what the fuck you want to say and mean. Um, Gives you more power and strength. And like I definitely get power and strength from the N word too, believe it or not. And it's not in like some sort of racial superior way or nothing, but it's like with a video game, like when I was younger and stuff, like, and I don't call people that so much all the time, but it's just like when something ignorant and stupid happens, is that fucking and it just like alleviates you, like when you're just goddamn motherfucking faggot, when you get really mad, but it's just like you vent, you let out, it's over. I've gotten so much better at controlling myself and just like, all right, is there? Just fuck it. There's no point in fucking getting mad and going there. Really, is it not anymore? I don't know why I've had to struggle with it for so long, thinking it's a useful tool, which it still can be. Like you have to know when things are wrong, but be able to like control yourself and use your righteous indignation and righteous fury and direct it in the right ways for the right reasons for the right things. Um, but yeah, that's the note that I made the thumbnail for. Is where my Gordon Ramsay shirt on the day of the first episode of Dining in the House of Coffin when the fucking sound got all fucked up and everything. But that was one of the things we were talking about when the sound was all fucked up and everything. He was talking about this and that and everything, and I was like, oh, that's why I like this shirt, and it's not. Blah, blah. I don't like just Gordon just because of the this and that. It's like one he has it is because of his desire to hold and maintain standards. You know what I mean? It's like there's a purpose and a reason for things, and I have to uphold this level for people to try to reach and maintain. Um, I do that for myself though. Like I expect myself to be here. You know what I mean? I don't like I have certain standards for certain people in certain situations because it's like, okay, if you're hired to do this job, then I'm going to expect you to be here. You know what I mean? Of efficiency. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Depending on who you are and your experience and stuff, I have different levels of standards of efficiency. Sometimes people well exceed them because I'm going to have lower standards for certain people. But because that's the idea. You always want to have a level of standards and hopefully at a level that people want to reach for them and exceed them. But because even if they fall short, at least they'll be somewhat near close. That type of concept. um, and the other thing is, well, it's why I love cooking shows so much. I just started watching this new season of Hell's Kitchen. The episode should finally be able to watch the second episode now. But and I don't know what's representing us from Delaware this season either. They said it but he's hanging out with the girls on the girls team and he's sleeping with the girls and stuff. But it looks like a little girl, but it also could easily be like a young little boy. And it's like, who? Why are we trying to? Why are we in this world? But we have to figure this shit out. But because it's specifically said he on the show made this meal referring to him, I guess, but he was on the girls' team. I don't know. I don't understand it. But that was my point. Is it doesn't matter who you are, what you are. It's nice to fucking know. But so you're not tricked and deceived. I mean, that's really what it is. It's like no matter what you want to think or believe it is, it's a form of deception. Um, so yes, but that's the other thing though, because cooking shows and cooking competitions are like the perfect equalizer. There is no way anyone could ever try to claim or say that anyone else has a an advantage over them genetically or physically or anything like that in any other way, because it really doesn't matter what it is that you're doing unless there's some prep things that are probably more difficult for men or difficult for women and vice versa for men, and you know what I mean, there's harder things to do, but it's everyone's still capable of doing it. No matter how inexperienced a chef is, you still learn and know how to shuck an oyster. You know what I mean? You know. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's whoever made the best dish. You know what I mean? Whatever tasted the fucking best at the end of the day. That's who won. Doesn't matter if you're man, woman, gay, straight, black, white, brown, upside down, up your ass, in your face. That's what I don't understand. People just need to wake up and understand that there are differences though and different things. I figured that's my promotion for cooking competitions though. People should get into more watching cooking shows. Um, if they want like equal opportunity and stuff competitions, because that's where it's at. Everything else, I mean, somebody's gonna have an advantage when it comes to physical competitions. I mean, that's just the way it is. Unless you're cooking or playing games like board games and card games and stuff like that, which it's even fundamentally known. It's because more men do it. You know what I mean? It's like, why are there? Because more men do it. You know what I mean? Like girls do it too, but like more men do it and they get into it more in different ways. You know, it's like people don't understand. People have different focuses and passions for things. Sometimes it is because like that inner need and desire and how your brain is broken down and functions, you're led to want to do those types of certain things. So much time left. Let's see. Got to keep. Yeah, and this is more like understanding propaganda. got to keep the real fake shit out there to keep the company's money to push their propaganda. Got to keep the real fake shit out there to keep the company's money to push their propaganda. To keep the company's money to push their propaganda. Money to push their propaganda. Yeah, got to keep the real fake shit out there to keep the company's money push the interesting shows, funding our own manipulation, like taxes, paying for shitty policies and things that lead to our demise, funding terrorists to be better equipped to harm us. Sorry, I had so much dead air there. I was like trying to like understand my sentence, but like at the same time, if you read the rest of it, it makes more sense. Got to keep the real fake shit out there to keep the company's money to push their propaganda. I mean, because it's just one hand feeding the other. I mean, like the pharmaceutical companies and stuff, like paying them like to keep pushing the fake shit, to push their real fake shit that actually is harmful to you and kills you. It's just a never ending, just deceitful way to trick people into nonsense. Marketing is interesting, it's all part of manipulation and deception as well, but if done honestly, it's not as, you know, abrasive and whatnot. And so many people don't know that. They don't understand what colors can do to people's minds, how words are written can do to people's minds, and some people just go with things and they don't even really know what the fuck they're going with because they don't understand how or why they've been manipulated into desiring whatever product or whatever. It's pretty wild. Very interesting shit. Yeah, and that's something we've definitely done too, funding terrorists to be better equipped to fucking harm us, and that's what in foreign and domestic. This is stupid shit. It's ridiculous. Um, Living with crackheads, starving, Big Brother over Survivor, petty theft, not straight robbery. End of the day, someone is harmed or affected. That looks like I was trying to like develop, maybe pick together like it was early trying to like try to structure or something, but yeah, yeah, that's probably why. Yeah, because living with crackheads and you starving and you're working your ass off and they're stealing your fucking food from you and shit. It's like I'm like, dude, that's why I'd rather be in Big Brother over Survivor, because you know what? I know what it's like to be fucking hungry, and I don't want to fucking have to go through it again. Um, it sucks. Especially when you're like hardcore burning calories and stuff, and yeah, man, I was pretty emaciated at one point, working my ass off all day long, building decks, and then coming home finding out motherfuckers stole my fucking food. And that shit happened a lot. Um, um, that's why I say I'd rather do Big Brother over Survivor. I mean, it'd be interesting to do either one of those shows, but I don't think I'd qualify. Um, Medical risk stuff and whatnot. It's like if I can't take certain medicines, I have to be able to take all these supplements. I don't know if they'd allow me to take all the supplements because it would count as eating food. I don't know, but I would need it regardless, and that's why I say Big Brother. I would definitely go Big Brother. You have accommodations and amenities, even if you have to have shitty accommodations and amenities, you still have them. You know what I mean? It's like I'd much rather just deal with that and have to do the social chess game bullshit that way in a more comfortable setting instead of something where I'm just like, all right, I'm not. I get it. I can do it. If I want to go camping, I'll go camping, but I'm good. Seriously. Um, Petty theft, not straight robbery. Oh yeah, because like when I was living out there with the crackheads, I mean, I've stolen a lot throughout my life. I used to think I was like a professional at one time. There's times I stole just because we want to steal movies and videos and movies and CDs and stuff like that, um, or clothes or whatever. Um, rarely did I ever steal because I was hungry. But there was a time when I was buying groceries. I had the money to buy groceries, but I didn't have the money to buy a scooper for our cat's litter box. And I was like, man. And I was like, I grabbed the things that I needed, and I was like looking at this thing, and I had a jacket, a leather jacket at the time that had a pocket in it, and I think that was still around that time. Yeah, maybe no, yeah, maybe yeah, yeah. I still had my leather jacket then, and I put it in the inside coat pocket. This little, it's just a handle with a scoop on it. I mean, it looked like a spatula, but it just had like a little bend to it, so it could just scoop the fucking cat turds. And it was all nice and everything. I think I was atheist. I was definitely atheist at the time too, still. And like I was just being nice as I normally do, though. I'm still a pretty nice person, and taking care of it, blah, blah, blah. And as I turned like to walk away, I don't know how it like jumped out of my pocket, but like the whole little scoop, it was pink, this bright pink fucking scoop just like falls out of my pocket onto the floor, and I was like, oh, that's mine, and tried to like just pick it up real quick, like it. Maybe they didn't see what it was, and it was just like, oh, I didn't mean to drop that. It was mine. Oh, that's it's just like fuck. And I just like hurried up out the door, and I got like out to the parking lot, and this guy was like following me all the way out to the parking lot, and I just got in the car and like we drove off. And this is before cell phones and stuff and everything too, so before they were really prevalent and everything. Like we had them, I think, at that time, but it wasn't like I had like MS DOS phone and stuff. It wasn't like everybody had a touch screen or anything like that. Like I don't think Steve Jobs have gotten there yet. Um, but yeah, so definitely been in those situations. I can't stand stealing or being around people stealing anymore. Even like I won't say who, but somebody close to me was doing that before, and I was just like, I thought it was just so dumb. Like, why? But they're addicted to the thrill of it. They're just seriously kleptomaniacs, and they just have to do it. They need that rush. It's insane. Addicts are crazy, and we all are. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's even though it's petty theft and not straight robbery. End of the day, someone is still harmed or affected. It's still someone upset. Still someone's time or money was wasted, and someone was taken advantage of. Someone's hard work went to be squandered. Like it's sad. It's just like, oh man, you took that from somebody. You really just took advantage of someone else's efforts. You know what I mean? You just took that away from them. Everything they worked for. I think I've gone on that before too. The next one says tirade, and I met that girl backstage. I've seen her before a couple times. I saw her do a set one time, and I saw her come in through the door when I was a doorman another time. And I was like, I know that's her, and she was backstage too. I was talking to William Montgomery, and she came up, and I brought it up to her too. I was like, oh my gosh, and I was like, oh, that's like such a nervous wreck. I was like, I know you. I was like, you're one of the reasons like I'm out here. Like I was up in a room with a head injury, working for this company, and you're talking about making $50,000 a year, and I've never made $40,000 a year my whole life, and I'm up here working with a head injury, and you're getting $50,000, and all I'm thinking is like I can make a better horse impression than that. You know what I mean? Like I know I can. I'm like I can't do it right now because my voice is all torn to fucking shit. But can't even really do it because like that's okay. But it's like right here in my throat. It doesn't want me. That's me. It's like it's restricting me from doing what I like to do. But remote TV, older and modern frustrations. That's a lot. That's a big old bag to get into. So we're gonna hold tight because I don't even know where I'm going to start with that. God bless. Take care. Thank you for your time and patience with me.